think we're live, although the tool I'm using is kind of acting strange. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about stress. And this is something that so often executive directors of nonprofits feel because they literally have the weight stress creeps in and it paralyzes you ultimately, right? Nobody can get anything done when they're paralyzed. So what do you do when you feel this way? Well, first of all, you've got to regulate your nervous system because this stress is really going to cause some issues. So 3 tips for regulating your nervous system so you can move on to the second thing you need to do when you're so stressed, but there's literally, you have to keep going. You can't just take a rest. Give yourself a good 5-10 minutes just to acknowledge how stressed you feel, whether you need to cry or eat a pint of ice cream or tell your best friend or tell a group of supportive people and just complain about how awful it is. Or just, cry into your pillow. I knew an executive director who kept a pillow in her office so she could cry into it. Find a compassionate ear and do that. Once you've had yourself a good cry, a good pity party, and you deserve it, let me tell you, because I'm sure there are a lot of wins that have come along the way with pushing this far. Now you've got to physically re-regulate yourself so you can get your mind back in working order. So step 1 is do something physical, right? Do a quick workout. 5-10 minutes really is ideal. You can do the 7-minute workout. There's a bunch of apps on phones for 7-minute workouts. You can do jumping jacks. You can do rowing. You can do a brisk walk for 5 to 10 minutes. It does not have to be a long time, but you want to get your heart rate up and you want to get your full body moving. And this is going to force your brain to focus on coordinating your body physically. And it's going to help get it kind of off that stress mode. So you need full body activity exercise for a few minutes. I aim for 7 to 12, I'd say. Next, you want to refocus your mind. So you're going to want to do basically meditation. You can use an app for this or just set a timer. And again, you don't have to do it for very long. 7 to 15 minutes would be great. So maybe you had a 10-minute pity party, you had 10 minutes of exercise, and now you're going to do 10 minutes of meditating. Sit, focus on your breath. The purpose of meditating is not to have an empty mind, but to practice the practice of letting thoughts go. So you're stressed, thoughts are going to be coming in. I just want you to focus on, oh, hello, thought, and then just send it on its way. Next one comes in, oh, hey, thought. Now just send it on its way. And as you send each one on their way, try to return to focusing on your breathing until the next thought bumps its way in, and then just acknowledge it and send it on its way. There is no wrong way to do this. You can't fail at meditating, I promise. That's going to take about 20 minutes. And I know no matter how stressed you are, no matter what's happening in your organization, not only can you afford those 20 minutes, but you must afford those 20 minutes, because if you keep trying to operate under high stress mode, you are going to lose a lot more than 20 minutes. So this 20 minutes is going to gain hours for you over the next day or 2 or 3 or even longer. So once your body is ready to work again, now you just need to ask yourself, remind yourself, I cannot do multiple things at once. It has to be one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. And all you need to decide is not the whole plan. You just need to know, what is my next step that I'm going to take? What is the next most important critical thing to be done? Try not to let the stories of everything that could and should and be done, but just say, what's the very next thing? And then do that very next thing. And then when you're done with that, figure out, okay, now that's done. What is the very next most important thing that needs to get done now? And whenever you start to reach that overstressed point where you can't think, you can't progress anymore, repeat the cycle. Acknowledge it to yourself, get some full body exercise. If you've already done the full exercise routine once, and you're just trying to make it through the rest of the day now, do like some body hangs, like where you get, where you kind of like drop the upper half of your body towards the floor and then come back up. Really getting your full body moving is going to help trigger your brain to get back to more productive work. Give yourself a few minutes to focus, close your eyes, practice letting the thoughts out, and then get back to your next step. One foot in front of the other, one step at a time, and you will get out of your situation and you will get out of that terrible stress mess. For those of you who feel like maybe you're experiencing these stressful moments too often in your organizations, and if you are a leader of a nonprofit, I highly encourage you to sign up for my email list. You can go to pivotground.com/sign up, or even consider joining the Thrive program. Every week I come to you right after my Thrive coaching call with those wonderful executive directors, and we tackle the real issues that they're facing them. It is that small group environment that is just pure support for executive directors. And if that sounds like something that would benefit you, I highly encourage you to apply for the Thrive program. There is no fee to apply. Our first step is just to make sure that it's a right fit for you. I will see you next week. Until then, I'm Sarah Olivieri, and I hope you stay